Welcome to Battling with Bourbon. This is the second edition of a Taste Test Tuesday. We are doing the Russell's edition.
As always, your hosts, Rockstar Johnny and I, and the whole effing show, MDV. With today's episode being brought to you by the Russell Boys.
And what you can see here is we have a Russell's 10. This is a 2016 edition. This has the still has the Russell's 13 edition in it, so it still
Splash
has
of 13 right in the bottom,
13
baby.
in there. They
Splash.
changed it over in 2022 is when they took it out to make the Russell's 13. So this tastes different than the current edition that you have, but it is exquisite. I love this particular bottle. Then we have a pick for Russell Single Barrel it's a Master's pick from Eddie Russell. It's a 9-year single barrel select. It is very, very good, 110 proof. Then we have a second edition of Russell's 13.
Batch 2, baby.
Batch 2, absolutely. This is really, really good. We love this. This is one of our favorite bottles. And then we have the ever so wonderful single Rickhouse. CNC, the last edition of the CNC juice that came out. This is a single Rickhouse edition of that. It's the first edition of that particular release. So we're going to do a taste test between all of these, and we're going to see which one wins.
All right, start with the Russell's 10.
We're going to start with Russell's 10. So I'm going to go on this first one here.
On the nose.
On the nose.
Ooh, a little funky. I'm not going to lie, a little funky on the
Yeah,
nose on this
got
one.
that nice turkey funk. I love a good turkey funk.
Woo!
You know, it has the, honestly, I can smell the oak from the 13.
Oh, yeah. He said smell. I beat him to the punch, but I could taste the oak on the 13 from this one, baby. Woo! Now, baby, you ain't messing with the Russell Boys.
Now, the 10-year Russells that you buy at the store now, after 2021, are significantly different than this. They're very caramel vanilla forward. This is got that nice age to it. It tastes like it's been in the Rickhouse for a long time. It's legendary. This is fantastic.
This is the best $40 bottle on the market. If you're new into the
Absolutely.
bourbon game, you're not sure what you should be sipping, it's this right here.
Yeah,
Hands
if
down.
you have never tried a Russell's 10, you are doing yourself a disservice because this is great.
I'm going to save a little on that glass for next time when we
right.
go ahead and taste it next to the single barrel.
Let's do the single.
So this one over here is aged for 9 years. As Rockstar said earlier today, it's going to be aged by Eddie Russell, master pick on this one. I believe we found it at a Sam's Club, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, my brother
Yes.
got this for me at a Sam's Club. It's a hell of a find.
So check your Sam's Club, check your Costco's, and if you don't have a Sam's Club or Costco membership, check your state regulations, because there's 7 states that don't require you to have a Costco or Sam's Club membership in order to purchase this delicious juice right here.
Nice. Now I don't get the oak on it, on the nose. I don't get the oak.
No,
like I
less
got on the
oaky.
10.
Less oaky for sure.
Much less oak on that I got on the 10.
Surprisingly, even though this is a 45 and this one's a 55, it goes down just as smooth.
Yeah, this is nice. It's very smooth. Caramel forward, vanilla forward.
Vanilla forward, yep. I was going to say you took the words right out of my mouth.
That's really where the sweet spot with this particular pick is at. It really is.
Those legs.
It's kind of lacking on the oak compared to the 10-year. I don't feel it has that solid Russell's oak that I love that comes from the old 10 years.
Sure.
It does have a really nice caramel vanilla. Like, this is as solid as a single barrel as you'll ever get.
Yeah, caramel, vanilla, and if I had to say, the spice is coming from a clove. The spice isn't a baking spice. It's not a cinnamon. It's not a nutmeg. You know, it's definitely a clove, you know, in this one over here.
But it's very, very good. I like this a lot. Very, very nice.
Man, when you smell this, it just smells like I'm smelling a packet of that raw sugar with a pump of Dunkin' Donuts caramel. I swear.
Wow.
That's exactly what it is.
That's a hell of a rendition there. You've been drinking some Dunkin' Donuts, haven't you?
I've been drinking. That's for sure. I don't know if it's Dunkin' Donuts or not, but I have been drinking.
There you go. All right. Let's see what you got on that. And
we're going to go to 13. So the 13 is my favorite / tied for second favorite. I know we're not tasting a Stag Batch 18 today, but my top 2 favorites have always been Russell's 13 Batch 3 and Stag Batch 18. So we're going to see here. Let's see.
On the nose, it has this oak flavor from the 10-year.
All I got to say is
intensified just by a bunch. Just holy crap! Compared like that oak that I'm telling you about in this particular bottle is intensified by 50%.
If they dipped one of those little trees into this, so I can hang it from my car, I would buy it.
It smells that good. Oh, and it tastes just as good. Oh man, that's phenomenal. It's definitely got that sweet oak flavor. It's caramel forward, but it's
with all that heat, there's still no Kentucky hug.
There is a very particular flavor that you get from an aged Russell's. That
definitely baking spice in this one.
It's hard to explain.
I'd say we leveled up from clove to a baking spice for sure.
Yes, but that particular oak flavor is only found in old Russell's barrels. If it's not up there 13, and older, it doesn't have this particular flavor, and it's phenomenal.
So there's a reason why this is my favorite, and it's simply because they're the best. Hands down, the best.
It's just hard to put your finger on what that flavor even is. It's like oak heaven. That's the best way I can explain the Russell's 13. And it really doesn't. Like after these particular tastes, the 13 does not have that terrible Kentucky hug where it's giving acid reflux. It's just really good. It even keeled. It really has the best flavor for your buck. If you can find a Russell's 13, obviously you know this, but get it. Anytime you can find a Russell's 13, you gotta get it.
And the retail this year on this one's $170. But I mean, if you found it for $200 or $250, I don't think that's insulting.
No.
Matter of fact,
at this stage,
if I couldn't find it for $200 or $250, dare I'd say I'd still pay the $300 for sure.
I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
It is worth it. It is worth the $300, and I'm gonna have another taste because we're on that one.
I will say I'm starting to pull through some medicinal cherry. After all the oak and the warmth, definitely some medicinal cherry coming through. Not overpowering, so it doesn't offend me by any means.
But for me, I love it. I love the cherry. When a cherry comes full on a pick or of any kind of
Johnny loves a sweet cherry pie.
I love when the cherry flavor comes through on a bourbon. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right.
The Rick House.
The Rick House.
I don't know much about this one. What can you tell me? Can you tell me anything about this?
The sought after single Rick House. CNC, baby. This is
oh my God,
the most sought after warehouse of Wild Turkey. And so they made a single release where it's a 10-year, but it's also all made in the same warehouse along the same lines. This is a very special release. It's the first release of this particular edition. This coming year's is I think the G warehouse. I don't know.
Let me tell you something, brother.
But this
if
is
an apple pie and a cherry pie had a baby, this would be it. If there was something that could get John Moxley off the wagon, this is probably it.
This might be it. Maybe he'd bleed about it.
He might bleed about it.
He might bleed about it.
9 out of 10 stars, he'd bleed about it. All right, I'm going to give it a little chew.
The freaking nose on this is fantastic. Oh my gosh.
So I forget if I was listening to Eddie or Bruce on Bourbon Road, no plug intended. but I believe it was Eddie or Bruce promoting the Rick House, and he said it was the most sweetest, delicatest thing that they have ever put out, and I've never had to taste it to be able to give my response to that. But goddamn, I don't think that man was lying.
No, holy shit, that's amazing. That is as smooth as 112 point whatever the hell it is proof can possibly be.
I think Jimmy slipped in some turkey honey without telling us.
This is, I mean,
man. Okay, so I started off the segment saying that this and Stag were my favorite, tied for favorite. That was before knowing I've never tried this. So trying this today, woo! I'm not gonna lie. I don't need to finish my 13, my single barrel, or my 10 to let you know that this is the winner for me. For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is absolutely...
This tastes like a cinnamon roll and an apple rolled around in my mouth before I swallowed.
Yeah. It is literally like a Cinnabon in a glass. And then, yeah, you throw a little apple in there. It doesn't have nearly the oak that the 13 has.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a 10-year. But, holy shit. Like, I mean, it's very, very good. This is as smooth as 112.4 or 6 or whatever the hell it is can possibly be. This is fantastic. Yeah, single Rick House wins this. It is close with the 13. I will give the honorable mention
Very
to
close.
the 13.
Honorable mention to the 13, for sure.
I love the 13, don't get me wrong, but the single Rick House is...
Still my favorite because of the availability versus the availability of the Rick House.
The availability of the Rick House is awful. I mean, that's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
I had to pay a pretty penny for that particular bottle.
Close your eyes, shoot your bow and arrow and stars. Hope you make it, because that's the only way you're gonna score this one, unless you live in Kentucky.
You got to find that on some random like person that brought it from Texas or some crap that it's silly. Like, but if you do happen to stumble upon it, don't hesitate. Guys. It's phenomenal.
I'm going to go ahead and do something a little extraordinary. I'm going to take my 10-year, I'm going to pour it in my 13, and I'm going to take my single barrel, and I'm going to pour that in my 13.
This man's a mixer. This man is a blender.
And we're going to see what profile that gives us.
He's blended a Russell's blend that is literally, hands down, one of the best things I've ever had. And so I'm not even surprised that he did that.
Very caramely on the nose. I'll take it for sure. Caramel's my scent that I like to pick up. If I'm smelling the bourbon and I'm looking for scents, caramel, vanilla, that's it for me. I like cinnamon and I like the baking spice, but I like it as the afterthought, not the initial first introduction to me and my bourbon, so to speak.
Sure. Oh, you want to get crazy? I'll get the crazy with you.
You want to get nuts?
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
This is great. This is great. I'm going to have to cheers here.
A little taste of the title.
Taste of the title, baby.
Taste of the title. Daddy Magic, baby.
This may be the best thing I've ever drank.
Oh, man.
I'm not going to lie.
That's got... Ooh.
Bo, if you're watching this, make it happen.
This is... Yeah. It's got a hell of a nose on it.
Hell of a nose. Heavy in the caramel. Heavy in the vanilla. Took away the burn.
Oh, they ain't no burn at all.
Took it away.
Oh,
take that bourbon, packed it home, said, see you later, Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
It went away.
Okay. Honestly, the funny thing about this is I would rate these, this is just my personal rating. Single Rick House, 13. I'm going to the 10. The old batch of 10 is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
They're like, if you can find a liquor store that sells 10 and they have not sold out and they've been there for a while, get the 10 years because this is ridiculously good. And then I'm going to the store pick for the single barrel, which this is twice the price of this. If you can find this
for $40 compared to what? $250?
That's $250.
$250.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna find a better $40 Bottle and it's a bottle.
And realistically,
Hands down.
that's $250. But realistic, this is $400. That's what you're gonna pay for this because it's gone. You're not paying $250 because it's gone. So you're paying $400 for this. And yes, it's better, but this is a great bottle.
Call me biased, but
I'm not gonna
my
lie.
drink wins.
All right, but just for this particular reason, the single Rick wins.
It is.
This particular
Out of
Taste
the
Test
4.
Tuesday, it was a tough call with the Russell's 13. I'm not gonna lie, but it was better. It was phenomenal, wonderful. We'll see you next time. Can't wait for the next go round.
As always, I'm your host, MDV. He's your other host.
Rockstar Johnny and I.
We'll see you next Tuesday. Smash that bell, click that subscribe button, pound that like icon.
Here's to you.